all, 118 Shadow here. Today's Rocket Watch is gonna be a little bit shorter. We don't have as much to cover this time, but we do have new promos to discuss that are basically the new shop promos. They've all started to hit TCG Player, and we've already got some listings, so we're just gonna be talking through those in a little bit. But to start off, I want to go over the soul fronts from DivineZ 6 because there has been some additional movement on a few of them. So, when it comes to Dragon Empire and Dark States, which are Stealth Fiend, Futa Kuchio, and Strange Noise of Ruin Adoro, these are still very easy to pick up. Futa Kuchio is currently around $4, while Adoro is currently around $3. Their market prices are still somewhat higher than those, but those are still around 20 listings a piece to pick up. But the other ones, let's start with Divine Sister Natila, which is the one for Cater Sanctuary. There are 7 listings on that one, starting from about $7.50 and a market price a little bit higher than that. There's Endearing Vendor Matinia, which is the Brantgate one, and the one that has notoriously been the most expensive this whole time. It's still around $10 with 11 listings available and a market price around $10.50. And then there's Tier Knight Rothion, which has only 5 listings right now and is starting at a base price of around $10. The market price is currently around $9. So if there's anything to note here, it's Rothion that has been seeing an overall increase in value, at least when it comes to the double rares. And on top of that, it has the least amount of listings of all of them, so it is getting a lot more attention. Then in the Forest Flourishing in Silver White, this is another rare card from DivineZ 6 that has given more value into Leonore Mask, enabling for some really strong power plays with Rosarium Fairy. So there are 16 listings on this rare at 25 cents to start, so it's still really easy to grab. But the frame rare has been up in value for some time. It's gotten a few more listings on the market since, but it's still a base of $19 with a market price closer to $7 right now. So while the deck itself is not necessarily one of the biggest ones, it's still pretty explosive. I played against it once, and I literally managed against it just because I had enough perfect guards to deal with it. And my opponent did not crit me as hard. Dancing Cutlass, which is also from DivineZ 6. This is one of those, what do you call it? It's one of those clan-based ones that doesn't work if you are a Stride-based deck, because you can't have a G-Zone for this thing to work. Dancing Cutlass has 13 listings on its triple rare right now, starting from $2 and a market price of about $1. If you want the silver rare, it's got a base of about $6, and it's only got 3 listings right now, so it's almost bought out. Market price on that one is about $3. And the double frame rare has 7 listings that are starting from about $20 and a market price closer to $15. So I don't know what this card will be getting anytime soon, outside of potentially just seeing some more play again in Maelstrom. But I think we need some more encounters for Stoicheia for this to have any more significant relevance. Then again, when you consider that Coco has already shot up in value, Doreen got the hype from Amon, Dancing Cutlass has been one of the ones that has been left out. Because even Glory Maker got a buyout from Dayusha, even though it's back down for the time being. Cutlass has been one of the few that has not been seeing anything. Sea Strike Dragon and Largvan, particularly the silver rare reprint from DivineZ 6 as well. There was a point in the last few days where we saw a number of them selling for about $2 to $3. It was a drop-off from a few months back where it was mostly selling for $4 to $5. And with all these $2 to $3 ones all bought out, we're back to about $6 to $7 at the baseline for this card. So I would say it kind of just holds around the $5 mark, maybe a little bit higher. It's still a solid card, and I don't remember if it has any restrictions right now in premium. I thought it did. But if not, this card still has some applicable value both in standard and premium. So, I believe there is going to be an announcement for Harry and Night Rose coming from Bushiroad in regards to new order cards that they can make use of. So, similarly to how Chronojet, Messiah, Luard, and Shiranui all ended up getting some kind of promo order card, Harry and Night Rose, I think they'll be getting an announcement for theirs this coming Thursday. So, just keep in mind that that could cause some hype around the two deck sets. I don't imagine it will have too much of an effect. As we've seen with the prior ones, I think the only one that has really made any significant splash was the Messiah-based one. And none of the other promos made a huge splash in terms of keeping the value for the other Stride decks. But just for reference, Misfent as a Pirate King Night Rose, the full art that you can pick up from the Stride deck set. Currently 13 listings on the market. There were some 25-cent listings, which was a very nice pickup for whoever got those. For the most part, they've been selling for $3.50 more recently, and they've been dropping off from about $5. But its availability is more consolidated around $5 right now. And so we'll see what happens if that announcement comes up this next weekend. There were some new announcements for Lyrical Monasterio's second Divine set, and one of them included new support for Absolute Zero's Sagita, which is a card that was introduced in the first Divine set for Lyrical Monasterio, Sparkling Stars. Sagita is currently $3 for its triple rare and a market price of about $2, while the silver rare is almost $7 and it's only got 5 listings. In fact, all of its high rarities only have 5 listings left. The double frame rare is about $15 and the LSR is currently around $150. Most of the support revolves around trying to negate the minuses that you experience from Sagita's effect that will restrict how many attacks both players can do. One of its other support cards from this set, which is also a triple rare, Sky-Colored Tranquility Judgment in Arca. A while back, I had been talking about how, in particular, I think it was the silver rare, and the fact that it was very short on listings for quite some time. But I hadn't covered it since overall Sagita hadn't really been seeing any real support coming out. Now that it seems like we're going to be getting some, it looks like there's been a buyout all across this card. Arca's triple rare is now $15 at its base with a market price of $4, and there are only 2 listings left there. The silver rare has a market price of about $5, and that one is $20 at the base with 2 listings. And the double frame rare has not seen a single sale for a while, if at all. 6 listings there for $45 to start. The other archetype that is getting new support is Clarissa. So revisiting its order card, which is still relevant for the whole set, aim to be the strongest idol. This card is only printed in the original Lyrical Monasterio set, and it has an SP available as well. That SP is still pretty easy to pick up. It's a base of about $5, and there are only 8 listings right now. We only saw one sale of this card a little while ago at about $4 a copy, and they bought a full playset of that. Overall, we're looking at some that are around the $5 mark, and then it jumps up to closer to $10 after that. So, if you're into playing Clarissa, there is new support that's going to be coming out to improve the deck. The shop promos for October to November have been put on TCG Player, and one of them is a reprint of Trick and Treat. With Fennel now announced, it really depends on whether or not there's going to be enough hype for this card to really see a lot of sales in terms of its foil. Because you have to remember, Trick and Treat is one of those cards that you can play up to 16 copies. And because we're getting a new additional card that can be played along with it, Snow and Sorrow, with the next set. That might reduce the number of trick and treats you'll play overall, but there's still the possibility that you might want to pick up a good amount of these if you're trying to bling it out, because this is currently the high rarity of this card. As for which artwork it is, I am guessing it's going to be the artwork that you see on the left side here, which is the brighter version, as opposed to the bluish version, but they're not showing what the foil's artwork looks like here, so I can't really say for certain. But for the time being, in terms of pricing, the original Trick and Treats are around 30 cents, and market price is closer to 50 cents, and they don't have that many listings right now. It's a combined 13 listings between the two. The promo version, there is a $3 one, and then there are 9 listings on that. If you want the foil, the current low is about $20, and the market price is already there at about $14. Other promos include Stab Magician Nilfod, which is a Pale Moon support card, so it's intended for encounters. This one's currently about $12, and 16 listings on the market here. We've already seen some sales of this one too. It's been moving for $16, $17, progressively decreasing from there, and we have a decent amount of them at $13 or less. And for the first page, it tops off at about $14.50. And then we also have Undulate Assault, which is an Aquaforce support card. 10 listings on this one and a base price of around $6. This one has sold about as many as the knife, and we are looking at an initial price of about $8. We're still seeing some of them move for about $9 as well as of yesterday, but we're starting to see more copies hit the market, and they're overall closer to $5 and $6. So it really just depends on how many people want to try and get back into Maelstrom with this one. And that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.